So more and more people are waking up, and if you haven't noticed, we are in a literal war. So this is not some kinetic, guns and that kind of war. It could be in some sense in some areas. But you can see that there's such an attack on every single aspect of proper and traditional society. Joe Rogan, many other podcasters coming out talking about and interviewing people talking about how similar to the Roman Empire, things are collapsing as we speak, where if there's an attack on gender, and we can see this happening with male, female, that divide, the education, the children, many things, and even the immigration crisis happening right now. Now, if you haven't seen the news, even liberals, hard liberals, they're going against all of these buses, these migrant buses that are coming in. And it's very suspect because people have been commenting that if you're running away from something like a war-torn country and you're seeking asylum, then you would bring your family, your friends, your children, your wives. But what you're seeing is a lot of single military-aged men, and people are finding that very suspicious. Why are you taking these people that, if they come across the Mexican border, they don't even look Hispanic? And again, this is not some racist comment, but you're getting military-aged men from all sorts of different countries coming across the border, and you can see these, grassroots filming of all of these, cities, New York, and many places filling up with these kinds of things. And so you're naturally asking the question, what's going on? And then, of course, with the DEWs and just all this, if you want to call it HARP also, and just many things, what's happening with all these weather phenomenon? What's happening in the political space? Why are people so adamant about defending certain things? Ukraine, the money stuff happening there, or other things. I got to be very careful, right, what I say, because it's going to get me shadow banned or banned outright. And so some of these things, again, the destruction of the evil, the destruction of this global elite, the people that are at the control at the top. And even if I say one world something, that's going to trigger, things, because people don't want people to find out about what's going on. And so we're in a great awakening. People are waking up in mass. They're taking the streets, right? And they're fighting back, and they're saying no more of this. They're protesting. They're saying what's happening to our schools, what's happening to our gender bathrooms, what's happening with all these walkouts, what's happening with the supposed Hollywood stuff, and many other things that are coincidentally in alignment with what's coming out very soon, which is the exposure, the truth of many things that many of us have been deemed as conspiracy theorists. So I'm saying get ready for war. I'm not advocating violence. I'm not saying these things. But because the end is near for the evil, the corrupt, these guys, they're going to fight tooth and nail until they can either win back control or do something to disrupt the process. I used to play chess. Many people know what chess is. At the very end, unless you just surrender, you're going to fight to the very end. You're not going to go mid-game, right, or near end game and just give up, throw your hands up. You're going to go all the way to the end. And in the same vein, these guys are not going to just give up easily. Their livelihood, their lives, their family, their wealth, their fortune, their name is on the line. And these guys, as God has declared, as God has shown many people, their end, their demise is near, and we're going to have a fresh, clean future. It's going to get rough. The financial systems, all of this with the fiat currency, this whole banking Ponzi scheme, if you want to call it, it's going to come to an end. And so I'm not certain when and how, what this whole process going through it is like. I just know this will happen so that we can pave the way for a next generation great harvest, a kingdom age of sorts. And so be ready for that. But to get through it, we have to get through this war. We have to get through the awakening. We have to make sure that everything is cleansed. It's recognized. And yes, it has to crumble. It has to come down in order to rebuild. So that's what you're seeing with this, the BRICS nations and these other countries stepping up, accusing the U.S., the CIA, these other guys of certain things. That's why you're seeing more and more of all this technology that has been hidden, that was deemed, again, conspiracy. It's coming out because it needs to be exposed. We are at war. Question almost everything at this point of what you're hearing, because this is their last ditch effort. They're going to grasp at straws. They're going to yell and scream, have a hissy fit on the way out as they're being prosecuted, as they are being taken down. So love you guys. It's a good time. It's rough. It's going to be a tough October. A lot of people call it a red October, but you're going to see great things. And also leading into next year. Look out for the election stuff. Look out for the military. Look out for the fulfillment visibly of many prophetic words that people have said, and just this whole new revival. Remember, the key is we need to get back to fundamental Christian, godly principles and values, and people have to know who Christ is. Love you guys. Talk to you guys very soon.